And here we go, we're jumping into our first series, and spawning in the top left-hand corner of Ghost River, we have our red Terran player representing Berserker Esports. It is BattleB. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of Ghost River, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss representing Twisted Minds. It is Shameless. He's Shameless, Papi, Shameless. And if you're in the chat, predictions. Predictions are open. Place your bets on how you think this series will unfold, on who you think will advance on into the winner's match. Will it be our Terran player in BattleB or our Protoss in Shameless? Best of luck. Best of luck. I do think these two players are pretty similar in skill. I think I might... I was going to say I want to give the edge to Shameless, but BattleB has been looking quite solid in WTL. BattleB, he has been... Honestly... Oh god. We can look away. we can ignore what we just saw. If you didn't see anything, don't worry about it. If you didn't notice, don't worry. It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, BattleB has been looking quite strong in WTL. Meanwhile, Shameless has been on the rise. We've been covering Shameless throughout the year, throughout really November of 2023. He really popped off. He looked so good in the New Year's Cup, in the Community Cups, in the Christmas Cup as well. There have been so many online events, and Shameless has been popping off. If you're unfamiliar with Shameless, Shameless is a very young player. I think he's 18. He's like 17 or 18 years old. And Shameless has been around for a long time, but for a very long time, Shameless was Masters. Like, he was like more of an amateur player, you know, Masters 3, Masters 2. And Shameless didn't really hit his stride until end of last year, where he was able to break into not just GM, but some of the upper echelons of GM, and he started competing in more events and more online tournaments and getting better and better results. Like, Shameless has been popping off over the past almost 12 months and has been really establishing himself amongst the other European players. Like, amongst players like BattleB, like Ageddon, like Fiant, like Goblin, for example. Yeah, has been able to keep up with them, and it's been really cool to see his rise. So a bit of a newer face to this level of play is what I want to say. BattleB, meanwhile, has been an up-and-comer for a bit of a longer time. For many more years, BattleB has been at this level, has been improving, has been showing off. What I will say is that it did feel like BattleB stepped away at the start of the year. BattleB, suddenly, he started being less active, he started competing less often, and yeah, wasn't competing in online events as often as he used to. I was a little bit afraid that BattleB was going to retire, but it looks like he just took some time off, and then BattleB came back, and what a comeback. What a comeback from BattleB. Like, I was referring to WTL, we've been very impressed with BattleB's performances in WTL, really holding his own with some of the other top players out there, so it's really cool to see BattleB kind of be reinvigorated and bounce back, and yeah, looking good. Looking strong. Here we go. I see. I just saw Fiant in the chat. I should never be in the playoffs, but I am. That was the worst best of 3 I've ever played. No, papi, no. GG, papi, GG. Este Fiant. Hold on. We gotta give him some love, papi. Give him some love. Less than 3. Este Fiant. As back at home, we're getting into our 2-base setup. Ooh, opening up with a mine drop. Let's go. BattleB moving out. Mine drops have been less common nowadays because of the patch, because of the nerf to the Widow Mines. So it's great to see a bit of a blast from the past, a bit of an older school opening out of BattleB. Meanwhile, Fiant? Oh, sorry, I was referring to Fiant earlier. Meanwhile, Shameless is settling into a Twilight Council opener into Blink, setting up his gateways. The mine drop does come in, but Shameless does respond in time, does get away. Ooh, but he does bleed out 3 probes instead of 2. Stalkers, they come in for the intercept. One more volley. Oh, we don't quite get it, but we do get the Widow Mine at least. 1 Widow Mine does escape, 3 probes, pretty good damage. We also confirmed that it is going to be Blink Stalkers from the Protoss player. We do confirm the Blink from Shameless. And it isn't just 2 gate, we're getting up to 3 gateways. So 3 gate Blink from our blue Protoss player is a little bit more aggressive, does allow us to gain map control, and that is a Bay before 3rd. So a much faster Bay, very safe play out of Shameless. Makes sense on a small map like this. basically what we're seeing is that Shameless, he is delaying his third base and delaying his economy in favor of a secure Stalker count and in favor of securely building up towards Colossus production. So again, delayed economy here for Shameless. Just trying to play this out safe. Meanwhile, across the map, BattleB settling into his 2-base setup. Our 3-1-1, Stim is on the way. We have, of course, the disable for the Raven. Observer gets seen. And Shameless does have to retreat. Has to pull back. Does confirm Stim, so he's aware of the bio play, of course. We rarely get to see Mech against Protoss. Not never, just rarely. Shout out to the Korean Terrans, Gumiho, Maru. To embrace it from time to time. But for now, Shameless, he's just containing his opponent and trying to catch back up in that economy. Mind job moving up, but alas, our Stalkers are patrolling. They're ready for it. Ready to shut it down. I know it's going to win. It's going to be the opposite of whoever I vote for. Oh, Smooge. Not like this. As drop is contained, first Colossus is on the way as we speak. So again, just really safe play here out of Shameless, getting into his Colossus production. Sorry, we already have our first, soon to be a second Colossus. And we should be ready for the bio move out. Speaking of, BattleB is moving out. Observer will chase. Raven, not too far behind. Observer will barely get away. Nice moves here out of Shameless. As BattleB is not all in, he is going for a third CC. Third command center is in production as we speak. We try to slow this down. We pick up a Marine, ideally picking up a couple more. There we go. Second Marine goes down, and a third just barely. Rooks are under fire, but the army pushing up the ramp. Again, these rooks can be so annoying to deal with, but they do get knocked down ahead of time. What I'm referring to is that you can wedge your tanks behind the rocks and actually lay siege upon the army and lay siege upon the Nexus. But the rocks have been dealt with. BattleB rotating around. Remember, he does have disable on his Raven. He can matrix the Colossus. And the tanks are sieged. Yeah, volley's going off. Oof. One does connect. Zealots catching reinforcements. Third base getting up and running. But the Zealots say don't commit. They turn back around instead. And now we can collapse on the army. Yeah, we're pushing in. Can we get the tanks? The tanks are under fire. We blink on forward. We do save them. Just barely. Tanks are saved. Raven forced back. No big losses for the Terran. BattleB does slip away. Whew. Does manage to slip away. Likewise, the third base getting fully saturated. Shameless still being active. Setting up a Zealot counterattack. Getting up to 3 Colossus. No disruptors yet, just our triple Colossus. Getting into a 4th base. Staying on 4 gases. I'm sure we'll soon embrace more. Once we get our 4th base up and running. They're getting to safety immortal production. +2 is on the way. No major engagement yet. BattleB was being active, but he did pull away. Meanwhile, the Widowmine does burrow. Up! Ooh, massive connection. 4 probes go down. Very nicely done. That's 7 worker kills in total. That is worth 2 Widowmines. BattleB does take an economic lead. You see here the economy going in favor of the Terran, the red. See, BattleB still posturing, does take the supply lead. Disruptor production has now begun, now that we're taking extra gases. Can soon throw down the second robo. There it is. Second robo is on the way, so we're working towards double disruptor production. But before this can really get underway, BattleB, feel like he's going to move out. Is soon going to max out, and I imagine push. As he's posturing, Zealot run by does slip in. I don't know if I'm fond of this timing because there was no sign that there was a move out, so we're back at home. And it won't take long for BattleB to clean up these Zealots. And they don't get much done. I say that, 5 SCV kills, 6, that's okay. Soon to be 7. 7 SCVs go down. BattleB moving out. Shameless is trying to buy time here for his disruptors, and there it is. Double disruptor production. It's here. Has arrived. And as we build up the disruptor count, Shameless, he can make up for his otherwise lower supply. Novas that can make or break a fight. BattleB investing quite heavily into these Vikings. We have how many? 6. Soon to be 8. 8 Vikings on the way. So he can have his way with the Colossus, depending on his positioning. There it goes up. Takes down a Marauder. Massive anti-armor missile. Yeah, the missile does connect. Bold blink there from Shameless. But the Novas will zone back the army. BattleB has to pull back. Tanks will siege. Yeah, the missile is going to be timed out. Ooh. Catch a Viking. That's a second. A very delicate dance here between the Terran and the Protoss. You don't want to overextend. You don't want the Colossus to be caught by the Vikings. You don't want the Bio to be caught by the Disruptors. Likewise, Stalker's trying to zone away the air army as well. A lot of posturing, a lot of positioning. Ghosts are coming in for the EMP. Oh, not quite. Tanks still on siege. We do push forward. We are gaining ground. And Nova's not quite connecting. Behind this Dark Shrine is done. We have Shadow Stride on the way. Blink for the DTs. The army is amassing. And we're diving in. Oh my god, a crazy move here from Shameless. I'm not so sure if that was the wise move here. Nova's going to be going off. They do get some decent connections. Not bad. Yeah, the Novas, they will connect. The blink did focus on one of the tanks. And the Vikings, they do push forward. Move down one Colossus. The other does survive. Barely. Shameless, he has to pull back. Zealot's being shut down. We still have a lot of Novas here in the chamber. We have 6 Purification Novas. And we can chase back the army. Catch a medevac. BattleB attempting to expand. He's on 4 bases. Shameless on 5. Decent one of my connections. Tank shots going off. How many Vikings do we have? 7. The Disruptors! No! Oh, they get caught out. Yeah, rough pathing there for Shameless. That was 5 Disruptors going down. And that could just be it. We chase down the Colossus. 0 Colossus, 2 Disruptors are on cooldown. And we can stim forward. Just a massive catch. With reinforcements, Shameless is going to hold the line, but he lost so much there. That was how many? That was 4 Disruptors falling and 3 Colossus. Now we have to start from the beginning. The Zealots, though, they do catch some Ghosts. Ghosts do go down. We have DT harass attempted. Scan did force them back. Shameless still trying to make a game out of this. Still trying to punish BattleB. Shaving off Ghosts. Catching Marines. Going for the CC. 2 Disruptors. First Nova goes up. Takes down the mines. Second Nova likewise. Gets a Ghost as well. Not too bad. 5th base is denied. Shameless coming back in with his DTs. Ooh, Mine Shot goes off, and yeah, we're gonna shut them down. The DTs don't get much done. Well, the medevacs though, 4-1 after the other. As the Viking count is getting lower, we can go back into Colossus. So I like this this Colossus switch here from Shameless. As we had 7 Vikings, now we're down to 6. Still not a bad count actually. BattleB, he's okay with his anti-air. Pushing forward, Nova up. Raises the army. 2 more Disruptors. BattleB trying to cash out these Disruptors, but alas, he won't be able to. Does have to pull back. Rotating around. BattleB now establishing another base. Getting a fifth. Fifth base getting up and running. Shameless has to be careful, prone to being surrounded. There, the army turns around. Shameless rotating over towards the north. Catching the Widow Mines. Oof, my shot goes off. I don't know if I'm fond of this, as we are in a way committing quite hard. Okay, we're pulling back. Like, do we really want to push in? As we distract the army, massive zealot counterattack hits the planetary. But here we go, here comes the surround. This is what I was worried about. We collapse on top of the army, we shut down everything. The disruptors of Colossus, the entire army falls. A massive moment here for BattleB. Zealots get into the middle line, 22 SCVs fall, so does the planetary. We do cripple the economy, but what about the main army? As Shameless lost everything. And BattleB has a massive supply lead. That's 100 army supply against the 57 of Shameless. What do we have left? We have 0 disruptors, 0 Colossus. We have 2 immortals and 1 Colossus on the way. Send it, Papi. Now is the time. As BattleB has so much momentum. Scans ahead of time, just getting an eye on what's waiting for him, making sure there's no disruptors. Colossus on the way. And again, Shameless did overextend. It was a close back and forth, but a couple too many times, Shameless did get caught out. At the same time, you have another Zealot counterattack. Colossus gets caught out, gets focused out immediately. Yeah, the Colossus does fall. BattleB working his way towards the rovers, towards the production. And can he get on top of it? Oh, so close. So close yet so far. Zealots are pushing in at a bit of a desperation hold here from Shameless. The Colossus has arrived, but we still have Vikings. Yeah, we focus on the second Colossus as well. Oh my god, yeah, cannot be saved. Another Colossus about to spawn in. Yo, with reinforcements. I was like, can a Shameless survive this? No. We are a little bit overstimmed, but again, just too much bio here, too much Terran. We bring down the Colossus, we camp the production, and BattleB has done it. Again, very little room for error here on Ghost River. As soon as you lose an army, as soon as you lose a fight, it does trigger a counterattack. Oh my god. The move command. It was catching reinforcements. Not bad. Forcing back the army. But he lost his natural. He lost his natural, lost both rovers, no more disruptors or any rover units, period. And from here we can push into the main, and there's just not much to stop BattleB. So he focuses down the bay just in case. Now Shameless has extra bases down towards the south. Shameless actually has double the worker count of BattleB, so if given time, we can rebuild. We got a lot of gateways. Can we pull this off? Remember, BattleB, he lost so many SCVs earlier. He's down to 36 workers. He's retaking another base. Is there a world? Can Shameless somehow pull this off? DTs are waddling out. The army as well. We're going for a base raid. We're going for a base raid. The SCVs are found. And we have to commit. Now, Shameless can always recall at some point. He can try to recall, but I'm not sure if it's going to be worth it. It may be worth trying to defend this center base. DTs are cleaned up across the map. We deny any kind of mining. There's one mining base left here for BattleB. The army does turn around. Uh-oh. BattleB turns back around. There are Archons to defend, but they're getting caught. The Archons, they do have to pull away. Oh, do get a feedback. But again, no storm. BattleB pushing forward, going for the center base. EMPs, the shield batteries. Nexus goes down. And we're committed to the base trade. There are still 2 bases to really go for. Still 2 Nexus here for Shameless. Shameless has spotted the planetary, but he's going for the production. And nice kiting here from BattleB. Does kite away. Shaving off so many zealots. It's still looking close, but BattleB, yeah, he's just knocking down base after base. And he's floating away. Evacuating the main. And I think BattleB has this. Like, his main army is just superior to that of Shameless. Shameless now down to 17 probes. The final mining base is going to go down. We do have a good amount of Archons, but honestly, like, what do Archons really do here? If we had some Storms, that's different, right? If we had some Storm and like 4 High Templar, different story. But all we need is a handful of EMPs, and this Gateway army crumbles. We just need an EMP, papi. Meanwhile, BattleB repositioning. Now there are only 4 ghosts. 4 ghosts. We have enough energy for 2 EMPs for now. The army getting in position. We have the concave. Oh, but yeah, Shameless pushing into the Terran. First EMP does connect. We shuffle back the Archons. Nice movement. Another EMP. Yeah, the Bio Army, we stim and we win. The Archons, they try to break through, but they melt. The Archons, they melt. GG gets called. And BattleB takes game number 1. GG. GG, well played. Oh my god, a very tense game there between BattleB and Shameless. It was pretty close between the two of them, but the reality is that Shameless got caught out 2 times. There were 2 moments where he overextended and his disruptor count was completely reset. We saw the moment earlier when Shameless was rotating towards the 3rd and he exposed his own disruptors. They were caught out. That was like 4 or 5 disruptors being focused on immediately. Oh. And hold on. Being focused on immediately, and there was also the moment where Shameless was pushing in towards the natural. If you remember, like, there was that moment where I was like hesitant. I was like, Papi, do we really want to move in here? Do we really want to push in? Like, this feels risky. And Shameless, he rotated over up the ramp into the natural, and then he got surrounded. He got surrounded completely. There was just no way out. Shameless trapped himself, and he lost everything. So like 2 big moments where the Robo army was completely reset, and he just couldn't maintain himself after that. And now we're getting into game number 2. Let's go. Let us go. Spawning in the top left-hand corner of Site Delta, we have our German Terran player, the Red Terran, representing Berserker Esports, leading the series 1-0. It is BattleB. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Blue Protoss player representing Twisted Minds. It is Shameless. Oh, he's shameless, papi. So shameless. Ay. As we are settling in. Yo, shout out to Unlimited Rageworks in the chat. One of the OGs, papi. Quack, papi, quack. Hope you're doing well. Shout out to Colossi in the chat as well. I see Colossal Gold. Slow Bro. Becoeta. Welcome. Hope you're all enjoying yourselves as we're settling into our first series of Group B. This is still the beginning of Group B, but a shout out to ForJumy. I mentioned before, ForJumy, he is the organizer, sponsor, host of this event, all things above, and ForJumy is also the caster. ForJumy is casting in German. He's casting in the German language over on his Twitch channel, and ForJumy was covering Rebellion versus Nikic, and quickly checking, I believe that series has concluded, as ForJumy has joined us. And yes, I have confirmation. Nikic took down Rebellion 2-0, and Nikic is now waiting for the winner of this series. Nikic is waiting for the winner, and Rebellion is waiting in the elimination match for the loser. As a reminder, this is a GSL group. So GSL group, so the winners face off against each other, the losers face off against each other, and it leads into a decider match. Oh boy. And it is going to be double gas opener. So double gas opener at a BattleB, going for a faster factory. We saw that this led into a mine drop in game 1, which is often not seen anymore. The Widow Mine was nerfed, and as a result, mine drops are uncommon. But BattleB still pulled it off. He got 7 probe kills with his mine drop. Was very impressive how much damage he got done. We'll see what he goes for this time. Meanwhile, Shameless going for a Gate Cyber Expand. Standard opener out of Shameless. More aggressive opener at a BattleB. Now with the double gas with the faster factory, this can lead into another mine drop. It can lead into Reaper Hellion with the reactor on that Rax. Could lead into an add-on swap. Okay, we have a Cyclone on the way, not Hellion production. Interesting. You have my attention. Gonna be Cyclone Marine. This can still lead into a Widow Mine as a follow-up into like some kind of drop play. We'll keep an eye on BattleB. As there's the starport, there is the 111. Back at home, we have our tech of choice, this time, once again, a Twilight Council. Winding it back, as a reminder to what happened at the start of Game 1, we saw Shameless open up 3-gate Blink into double gas at the natural into a bay before the expansion. Shameless had a very safe opener on Ghost River, which makes sense. You don't want to cut corners on Ghost River, otherwise you're punished very hard because of how small the map is. On a much larger map like Side Delta, I expect more greedy play. I expect something more economic, like 2-gate Blink into a third, maybe 3-gate Blink into a third with only 2 gases. We'll see. We'll see how Shameless has approached this as Blink is on the way. Meanwhile, the Reaper gets in, and we get a full scout. BattleB, he gets into the main, does confirm the upgrade of choice, is aware of the Twilight Council and Blink. So nice scout here out of BattleB. Meanwhile, across the map, oh my god, okay, I was curious what kind of drop we were going for. That is a very fast tank. Very fast tank production. We're going for an early move out with our medevac, with our tank, with everything. The goal typically with this move out, here comes the drop, is to deny the pylon. Usually we have SimCity here on top of the ramp at the... hydrate pad. Usually we have SimCity here and we can punish this with a tank. But Shameless was very careful with his SimCity, with his positioning, so his production is going to be safe. But what about the natural, and what about the third? The army has arrived, tank getting in position, the tank will siege! Ooh, and the third base is going to be denied. We spoke earlier about how safe Shameless opened up in Game 1. Here, he didn't. He went for a faster third, the third gets denied. Again, we only have 2 gateways, so it was 2-gate Blink into a third. Because of the more economic opener out of Shameless, BattleB punishes it. As Shameless cannot defend, and Shameless is contained. So this is the risk you take. Oh my god! This is the risk you take when you go for a 2-gate opener, but now we throw down 2 more gateways and a bay. Getting ready for Colossus and 4-gate Blink. But the third is heavily delayed here for Shameless. Because of the bay, we should be expanding. Like, this should not be a 2-base all-in. There we go. We just had to spend our money somewhere. So a very late third base from the Protoss. And BattleB is looking comfortable, back at home. He's getting into Stim, building up towards additional Raxes. Ravens on the way, Stims on the way. And what's more important here is that BattleB dealt all that damage and he didn't lose anything. You can see here, 2 Marines and a Reaper. We maintained our medevacs, our tanks. Very efficient trades here by BattleB. And because of that, he preserves his army and is building up towards a 2-base push. We are building up. Back at home, Colossus production has begun. Extra gates on the way. Getting to 6 gateways. Looking towards our 6-gate setup. And we're just waiting here to see whether or not BattleB moves out with a Stim timing or whether he expands and takes the third. Our eyes are on BattleB. How aggressive or how economic do we want to be? Meanwhile, Shameless is moving out. Very important that he's active with these Stalkers. We have to be active. We have to keep an eye on any kind of move outs, keep an eye on the third base, any drop play. Shameless does need forewarning. And he will catch a Marine. Gets 1, gets 2 Marines, not bad. Oh. Does preserve his Stalkers. But we are committed quite hard here. Again, a very strong timing for BattleB. Stim just now finishes. Ooh, we bleed out a Stalker. At the same time, we get some harass across the map with the auto turrets, I believe. Yeah. We get some auto turret harass, 3 probes go down. And BattleB even catches some more Stalkers. Expensive losses for Shameless. BattleB leapfrogging forward with the tanks. Does siege up. Shameless in a bit of trouble, does activate his Guardian Shield. A bit premature with that for Shameless. And there's a third CC on the way, so it's not an all-in. Still a very strong push from BattleB as he's expanding. And it's been worth it. Once again, hey, we got 3 Stalker kills for Marines. Bled out 1 Widowmine. BattleB sieging up, hoping that maybe the army wanders within range. A cheeky move here by BattleB. Zealot will confirm. We'll confirm the positioning of the army. Shameless going for a Zealot counterattack. BattleB does have reinforcements back at home, but he's in position at the third. He's not in position at the natural. So we can try to get some economic damage done. Likewise, another auto turret. 2 more probe kills. And both players will back off. Shameless, he defends his third. BattleB takes his own. And the main army returns back home, which means we're going to be somewhat in position to defend. The ideal here for Shameless is to wait for the move out, wait for BattleB to reveal his army, and then we go for the Zealot counterattack. That's the hope. Zealots do hide. The double drop is spotted by the observer. Shameless is aware. Does rotate around. At the same time, the Zealots run in, but the main army was in position. Shameless, I'm sure, was hoping that there was a little bit more committed on the map. And yeah, his Zealots, they get caught out. Just a bit of a misread there from Shameless. Zealots are caught. 4 CC on the way. And BattleB, he's going to be the first to max out. Now, from the side of Shameless, things have been a little bit dire for him, but hey, I mean, he's on 4 bases, he has a decent economy, he's working on a second robo and working towards disruptors. He's not there yet, but soon we're going to be able to get into double disruptor production once again, and we're going to be able to hold our own. Now, we saw that Shameless was caught out multiple times in Game 1, and that led to his downfall, but if we can tighten up our army movements and our map vision and map awareness, then Shameless can bounce back, and he can take a fight, and maybe even tie up the series. I want to believe he can. I want to believe that we can force an ace match and go the distance. For now, BattleB, he's moving out. Now reinforcing with Vikings, so he has anti-air to help deal with the Colossus. He has how many Vikings? 6. 6, soon to be 8 Vikings. Ghost Academy's on the way. Additional Raxes. Getting ready for Ghost production. BattleB does pull back. Meanwhile, as Shameless is trying to recover and getting into his 4th base, we have a Dark Shrine on the way. Sorry, his 5th base even. Dark Shrine is on the way. Getting ready for some DT harass. Both players are maxing out. And we'll see who catches who. As BattleB has taken a more passive approach. Not really committing into anything, which means our disruptor count is getting higher and higher. We're getting up to how many disruptors? 4, soon to be 6 disruptors for Shameless. Pretty solid disruptor count here. But it's still all about positioning. There's a lot of potential with disruptors, but potential, I mean, it could be everything or it could be nothing. It's a very high risk, high reward. Zealots are caught. Dark Shrine does finish. Now, because both players are maxed out, we actually don't have enough supply to warp in Zealots yet. So we do have to trade. We do have to free up a bit of army. BattleB does spot the main force of Shameless is pushing forward. Oh, and Shameless, he does misread the movement here. We're going right for the 4th base. Shameless coming in from behind. Zealots, they collapse on the tanks. Tanks are going to be going down. The Novus as well. Not a bad connection. And we get every single tank. The tanks have fallen. The Vikings likewise go for the Colossus. They get 1. But BattleB did bleed out a lot of his army. He has to retreat. He has to back off. A very nice fight there from Shameless. As BattleB did expose his own tanks. And they did go down. BattleB has to back off. I believe the Fusion Core just finished. Yeah, Fusion Core is done, and this is for Liberator range. Lib's freedom is on the way. Liberation is coming, Bobby, it's coming. We're now getting to +2 ship weapons. And we should be working towards additional starports, and we've already got them. We've got 2 starports in the main for those Libs. Main army moves out. We have a concave ready. We We do sim forward, the Nova does go up. So far, no major connections. A bit of a dance between the two armies. Observer gets caught. Yeah, very important here that we catch the observers. So far, we spoke earlier about how Shameless, he was lacking map vision earlier in game 1. But now we have observers all over the map. Shameless does move forward. And BattleB, he's out on the map himself. Could set up a surround. Does pull back. Observers in position at both kind of entrances, making sure that Shameless does not get surrounded. So he does have eyes everywhere. Rotating toward the left-hand side. Meanwhile, BattleB going for a big counterattack. It does leave him exposed. Nova gets a decent connection. Vikings, they almost do not get the observer. We force a recall. The army has arrived. Mine shots going up, but the Colossus, they hold their own, and we do deflect the main army. No, the disruptors! We left them behind. Not again! 3 disruptors, they go down for free. Ay, ay, ay. 3 disruptors full. How many do we have left? 2. 2 disruptors remaining here for Shameless. We have to take care of our balls, Papi. Ay, ay, ay. Last game, we left them out in the open. They all got shut down. Same thing happened here, but we're getting back into it. Now, the scary moments for Shameless is we're committed to a ground army. We're rebuilding the disruptors. What does BattleB have? As he bleeds out some SCVs, as he gets probe kills across the map, Liberators. We're getting to Liberator range. More starports are on the way, and Liberators are on the horizon. And that's the ideal for a ground toss army. Okay, Liberators, they have arrived. And how do you answer that? How do you answer them? How do you deal with them? Either a massive amount of Blink Stalkers or Sky Toss. We should be seeing a Fleet Beacon and Stargates. We don't have that, though. We're not ready for a Sky Toss transition. And Liberators, they have arrived. And they just zone back the army. There's no pushing into them. Like, suddenly momentum swings in favor of BattleB, especially as the Liberator count gets higher, plus 3 ship weapons on the way. BattleB moving out to scan ahead of time. Here comes the Nova. We snipe 1 lib. Not bad. We still have 3 more. Yeah, massive shots go up. The splits are not there. The connections are looking good here for the disruptors. But we bled out a Colossus. And another disruptor. Oh my god. There we go. Does get picked off. BattleB, he pulls back, and what are we reinforcing with? 6 Liberators. We're just doubling down, investing into more and more libs. Meanwhile, Shameless still on disruptors, still no Sky Toss. Now, it's not impossible, but it's just really difficult. We have to be very active with these Stalkers. As Novas are going up. The goal for Shameless has to be to outposition. We have to outposition the Liberators, outposition the Terran army, and try to catch BattleB off guard. Let's go off. We take down 1 lib. As we're forcing the army forward. Stalkers, they take down a 2nd Liberator. Oh! Nice splits. Good splits here out of BattleB. Does pull away. So again, we're trying to force these sieges, trying to pick off Liberators. We have been able to freely expand. The economy of Shameless looking okay. I just realized how low of a worker count we have. We do have a large bank, though. 7k minerals. Very few gas, though. Or very little gas to work with, as we have not saturated the gases towards the south. Liberator siege up. There it is. Stargate now on the way. This is so late, though. This is so delayed for Shameless. He is now thinking about Sky Toss. But is it too late? Shameless is rotating around. He still has potential with this army. Still has potential, so we're getting into more libs. Plus on air attack has begun. We go for the stim. Nova's, not ideal. We take down the final Colossus. And we still have Vikings up and running here for any kind of Sky Toss as well. Immortal goes down. How many disruptors? We have 4. That's not that much. 4 disruptors here for Shameless. BattleB peeling off a handful of units. Just go for harass. Shameless pushing through the center, catches a lib. No play still being active. The Novas, don't quite connect. There was potential. But BattleB does respond in time. He does split. Novas have been less than ideal. And it looks like finally a good connection. Yeah, massive connection on the bio. Zelsay go ham. They clean up the ground army. Vikings forced to land. And Shameless is able to take a fight. He avoids all these Liberators. Does move out. But it costs us everything. It costs us all the Disruptors, all the Immortals. A very chaotic moment as reinforcements are on the way. A very chaotic fight there. Shameless moving out. Still up against all those Liberators, though. And he's going Mass Blink Stalker. A Mass Stalker against this army. It can do okay. Again, it doesn't scale amazingly. Especially once we hit critical massive libs. We have 11 Liberators. Shameless going for a massive DC counterattack. Let's go. Does force a lift. Doesn't commit. Yeah, BattleB keeping up with the main army. DC is headed for the natural. Getting 6 workers. Pushing on forward. But we have reinforcements back at home. We are holding. Same time, Shameless trying to catch the main army. Has remaxed. Still no Fleet Beacon, I believe. Yeah, we have a Stargate, but no Fleet Beacon. There it goes. Fleet Beacon now thrown down once again. Delayed tech. Still have to work with this ground toss army, and we've been doing okay with it. It's okay. We've been trading. We have a bank. For medevac. I do think that BattleB, he could have been a little bit more assertive, especially against this force. It is risky playing that kind of way, but I do think he can be a little more aggressive against the ground toss army. Yeah, speaking of, liberation zones are thrown down. Catch a disruptor. BattleB trying to bait out the army. BattleB gonna be forced back for now. Shameless rotating over. Does rotate. Liberator's not quite where they needed to be. Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier, that Shameless does have a more mobile army compared to the Terran, and the goal here is to push in wherever the Liberators aren't, and the Liberators are not quite where they need to be. Going for the 4th. Yeah, BattleB out of position. Nova's going off here on the ramp. Decent connections, and the planetary does fall. Once the Liberators arrive, then we have to pull back, but very nice damage here from Shameless. He got 14 SCVs and a planetary. And we rotate once again. That'll be trying to read the movement. Does scan. Liberator's called out. Unsieged. 1, 2, 3. Liberator's going to be falling. Oh my god, and a massive connection. Shameless, we can keep pushing. Bap, send it. As again, Shameless catching BattleB out one too many times. But Shameless still playing scared. Oh, he has to be careful to be surrounded. Oh, not again! No! Yeah, one disruptor goes down. Liberation being thrown down on top of the army. And in comes a flank. Yeah, rough position for Shameless. He has to stim forward, or he has to push forward. We reset the disruptors, the Colossus. Oh, yeah, Shameless is going to be losing everything here. This was not the play. Yeah, zoning away reinforcements, and Shameless is going to lose almost everything. He's down to a handful of Stalkers, a handful of Zealots. Just a really chaotic moment there. And Shameless looked like he wasn't fully aware of the positioning of the rest of the army. It does catch out some libs. Not bad. Going for the planetary at the same time. BattleB just going for a base trade. Trading a planetary for a Nexus. Send it. We're committed. We're committed to the base trade. BattleB turns around. Does turn back around. Shameless got a planetary, going for another CC. Orbital getting low. Shameless gets the hell out of there. Does pull away. Okay, working with mass zealots and disruptors. So forget about Skytoast. That's not really a factor here. It's not going to be a factor. Shaving up Marauders. Shameless pulling back. BattleB, he's already remaxed. He's already remaxed at this point. And again, in a head-on fight, I have to favor BattleB. I mean, it's been the case for most of the second half of this game, where it's been Shameless avoiding a main fight. So whenever we have one, it goes in favor of BattleB. Shameless trying to catch him out. Rotating over once again. Has, I was going to say has the high ground, but let's pull back. Now, at least Shameless, he has expanded towards the north, so his economy is still decent. He's been burning through a lot of his bank, just due to some of these inefficient trades. And speaking of, we shave off Zealots. We do collapse on top of the CC. Nervous don't find their connections. The army almost made it in. Casito. Nervous going to be connecting. Ooh, we do rally some Colossus and Disruptors into the army. We get a good connection towards the end, but it costs us 2 Disruptors and a Colossus. Rough losses there for Shameless. Rotating around, Scan does reveal him. BattleB has split his army. DT is going for the planetary, they get a kill. Not bad. Massive DT counterattack. Likewise, Shameless does engage. Rotating around, he could try to go for the center base. Just trying to keep up with the main army of BattleB. DTs get caught out. Nervous going off, the splits are good enough. Up! Yeah, we avoid most of these Novas. We go for the chase. BattleB turning back around with his main army, or with the army on the right-hand side. Once again, the rally. Be careful. Yeah, we're coming in for a sandwich from both angles. Some decent Novas, though. Yeah, big connection on the Ghosts. Shameless still holding his own. He does slip away. Does manage to pull back, and we slip in. We catch the Disruptors. 2, 3 Disruptors going down. Oh, yeah, almost everything. BattleB, he commits to the fight, and there's almost nothing left. We can focus on the entire army. It's just so fragile. Gateway units are coming in to reinforce. BattleB does pull back. He does have the guy back, but again, a very efficient trade here for BattleB. He took down the Disruptors, the Colossus. Where did they leave? Okay, there we go. I was like, where were the Liberators that were left behind? Here at the southern base. We're left behind. 4 more libs on the way. Nice dodge on the Nova. Yeah, we can just stim on forward, focus down the main army. There's just not enough Novas to just keep the bio army at bay. And BattleB, he's done it. At this point, he has done it. He's broken the back of Shameless. Only a gateway army remains. GG, good luck gets called, and BattleB will take the series 2-0, advancing on to the winners match. GG. GG, well played. Shameless, remember, he was thinking about Sky Toss. He thought about it. He started +1 air attack. He had a Stargate. He eventually made a fleet beacon, but there was no really big commitment into a Sky Toss transition, which is usually what you need to do in this kind of situation. Getting into Tempest, Mothership, High Templar, Storm, or just Disruptors to support. That's typically how things go. Is typically how things go here. And with that, congratulations to Berserker. And it looks like, okay, we're going to be following BattleB into his next series. Going to be following him into the next round.